Hello everyone, I'm Miguel Ramos, Product Manager for Firebase at Google. Honestly, I'm pretty nervous because I don't make a state presentation since 2019. So everything was, online. I have my teleprompter. If something fails, I can do another take. So it was super easy, and now we don't have any opportunity just to fail, right, Cynthia?
Yeah,
And you feel the butterfly in your stomach?
I do.
Yeah, Cynthia and we are going to talk to you about what we have done with the Flutter SDKs. And also today, we are going to talk in this section about the improvement that we did for Windows developer creating applications for web and mobile using Flutter and Firebase. That's the goal of our session today. And also there is a lot of Windows developers out there. If you take a look to the latest JetBrains and Stack Overflow surveys, literally says that there is even more than 60% of developers who are using Windows operating system as a platform for creating applications. 60%, more than 60%. This is a lot. This is a lot. So, and as you know, when you are using Flutter and Firebase, you can target iOS, you can target Android, you can target web. But if you are using Windows as a platform for develop Flutter application on Firebase, you cannot use iOS. You need an Android, you need an Apple device for develop that. Well, I already have an older macOS device at home, which is good enough for testing. I have everything set up. I have my Xcode with all developer environment. And it's okay for just play with that a little, but I don't feel productive enough in this device. So I have my super power Windows device. And the thing that I'm doing is just creating my applications in my Windows device with for Android and for web. And when I feel comfortable with that, then I testing in the iOS device. Well, that's interesting because, I want to feel productive, and this is the reason why I'm using my Windows device. And for me, if the things go a little slow, I don't feel completely focused in the tasks I'm doing. And it's just this kind of inspiration where I'm writing code, I'm fixing bugs, I'm creating the UI, I'm modifying the UI, and it's just to making sure that things go fast. For me, having an efficient developing a loop is critical. And also we, the Flutter developer, are very lucky because we have hot reload and hot restart, which making the thing super easy, right? You're writing code, and while you are writing the code, yes, everything is updated immediately. You see the results. Well, but not everything is so wonderful, because when you are testing your applications on your Android emulator, or even in your Android device, or even in the web browser, it requires that you have everything loaded in memory into your computer. And it takes a lot of memory just to have all these devices. And the funny thing is, there is a lot of developer out there that doesn't have a mega supercomputer that the one I had at home. I have 65 gigabytes, a lot of storage. I have a super CPU, but there is a lot of people, and data tell us that the average computer is not that one. So that means is when they try just to create Flutter applications with VS Code, with the Android emulator, with the browser, the developer in a loop go a little slow. I believe, and we believe, that we can do better, much better. So instead of having these emulators, all these browsers loading, we can use something more layered than that. And there is nothing layered in the Windows operating system than that classic Win32 window. This is what's created for Windows 95. It's exactly the same API. It's exactly the same memory consumption. It wasn't increased. So imagine that how fast this can be. Well, this is the reason why we are starting just to support Flutter and Firebase for developing in Windows, making sure that you can go faster immediately, having a good developing loop. But these are all words. I prefer just to Cynthia, who is the software engineering our team that was working on that show a demo.
Hi, everyone. I'm Cynthia, and I'm the software engineer in the Firebase SDK team. So before the demo, I'd like to show you the configuration of my computer. So this is indeed a very decent Windows machine. It has 32 gigabytes of the memory. It has very powerful CPU, and it has a 1T storage, which is really decent. But the reason that I show this is we can see in the later demo that how the performance is on this kind of machine, and understand why we want to do this Windows support like very urgently. When people come to me to ask about how to start with Firebase develop on Flutter, I always recommend them to starting from this Get to Know Firebase for Flutter collab. So this is a really nice design collab that can show you where to get the sample code, where to create and configure a Firebase project, and like more into the Firebase system can add ISVP functionality using the file store. And I'm not going to use this as very light one that before this conference. So I want to show the functionality of Firebase authentication, Firebase storage, and a little bit into the security rule that how these two SDKs can work together. So let's first go to the Firebase console to take a look at the project. So as you can see, this is a landing page for all your Firebase projects, and it's easy to manage them all in one place. And this is the place that you can see all the details of your project. If you go to the project settings, you will see like where this project is being deployed, and all the details, the project IDs, and what more importantly is this part that I like you guys to remember this, because we currently have the Android and the iOS project configuration, which like we do not really have the desktop one set up in the console. So let's go to the storage page. This is the cloud storage that I put some of the pictures that we will see in the demo. This is a very lightweight app that will just like load these pictures into your app and then render them and show it. There is the security rules. So this is for you to set some access limitation to the users. So from here that you can tell the project like which end user can have the access to the things in your storage. We do not have a very like restriction here. It's only required there's auth request. There's an authentication in your project. So let's get back to the code, and as we can see here, to have the Firebase supported in your app, we need to add the dependencies of the Firebase call and Firebase storage, and in the main code, we will have initialize the Firebase app, and then have all the logic in the storage part. So let's get it wrong. We can switch the platform in the VS Code, which is a very powerful IDE, and let's say we start emulator.
So now you're loading the emulator. It takes a lot of time.
Yes.
And what happens is you have the cold start of the emulator.
Yep.
I don't know you. I don't have patience for that.
It takes a while.
Yeah, I know that, but.
Okay, we have it up. So the current page is some local pictures. So when I click this button, the process will be we downloaded a picture that in the Firebase storage console and then show it. Let's see how it goes. No, it has a crash. The reason is we do not have the authentication SDK in the project setup. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to add Firebase auth 9.0. I just remember the version. And in here, we're going to import packages, Firebase auth, Firebase auth.dart. And we need to grab the app, so we can use that to instantiate our auth instance.
I was the skills to write light coding in the demo.
Yeah. And because we do not have a very strong restriction in our security rule, we only require the auth can be signed anonymously. So let's refresh. And have it up. Come on. Yay!
Now it's working. Cool.
We have the dash picture. So yes, it takes a while to get here. And more importantly, I'd like to show with the Process Explorer that how much memories the emulator is taking.
2.2 gigabyte of memories.
Yes.
Just for the emulator.
Yep. Think about this as a powerful machine with 32 gigabytes.
8 gigabytes.
Yeah, if a machine with 8 gigabytes, it takes up 1/3 of the resources. And this app is very simple. We just like show static pictures. Think about if there will be animations, if there are more functions getting into. It's going to be a little bit annoying. So let's see how easy it is to add the Windows support. We can just switch here and say we want to enable Windows for this project. And the Dart is like, I'm going to run this for you.
I love all these plugins.
Yep. And look, all these new files being added automatically. Let's give it a shot. Let's say I'm going to run this on Windows. Let's compare how much time it takes for this one.
Well, you can compare with the emulator stuff because it took forever before.
Yep. So it's building, it's building, it's building.
Yeah, right now it's taking more time because it's building for first time.
Yes.
Again.
Well, kind of, we need to grab the Windows SDK.
Oh.
Yeah. There's another crash. Why? Oh, yeah, because for Firebase, for the Flutter 5 projects that we will require that you have the configurations for each platform. And remember the console page that I showed that we do not really have a desktop like configuration like specifically. So here we just need to say, we want to use the Android one. And Android.
So basically, you're telling me that we are reusing the configuration of Android when we are targeting Windows for development.
Yep.
Oh, look at that, was super fast. I didn't see that.
And here.
Yeah, it's working.
So here it is, an app purely deployed on Windows with Flutter and Firebase working together.
Yeah, I want to take a look to the memory consumption.
Yeah, so this is the very high-level architecture that we do for the how we support this like all the multi-platform with Firebase SDK on Flutter. So basically, we are using Pigeon to create a type-safe message channel, and then it's look at just how much modules in the high-level setup that they talk to each other, they do the communication, they do the encoding, decoding, and then in the end, we call into the Firebase native SDK, which is the iOS, Android, and the C++. So we do this support in all the platform to make the simple integration with Windows that in your app. So the reason that I'm showing this is because this is a purely open source project. So all the community contribution is super welcome.
Yeah. Can you make a favor? Are there still the Windows application running in your computer?
Yeah.
Can you show me the application again and go to Process Explorer and compare how much memory?
Oh yeah.
I'm curious about that.
I have this up. I am just too excited that I forget to compare this.
Wow, it's 200 megabytes compared with 2 gigabytes.
Yes, it's like 1/10 of the memory.
Yeah, huge difference.
Yep, that's such a good. I'm proud of this improvement.
Yeah, you should be
Yep.
proud. Some people in here as well should be proud about that. Yeah, we are going to start to support Windows for development workflows and for authentication, cloud Firestore and cloud storage. I think it's coming in 2 weeks?
Yep.
Oh yeah, you're committing here, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Okay, in 2 weeks. But in the backlog, we have more product for Firebase just to have this support. Something like app check or remote config or cloud messaging and more stuff, right? Well, just remember that Firebase is the Google's app platform for building mobile and web application. And this is the goal. Our mission is to help you to succeed creating these types of application. And one of the ways that we have for you be more successful is just to increase the velocity of the inner loop, supporting this Windows development. And this applies to everybody. It's not only for this not computer. It's also for the average computer, and this is our goal. Every investment that we are doing right now goes in this direction. Is making sure that you are going to be successful, and this is the reason why we have this project at the X, so everybody can develop apps, or even this investment in the supporting Windows for development. Well, that was really all. I hope that you enjoy these new features.
Thank you.